Join host Brian Duff, Bob Harwood, and Glenn Healy 60 minutes before the game. Then come back to Leafs TV following the game for After the Horn. Post-game coverage, stats, summaries, and the coach's press conference.
Downstairs now.
All those little things that make us a better team.
Molson Game Face and After the Horn on game days, only on Leafs TV.
Bill Esposito, number 7 at center ice. Kenny Hodge, number 8 on the right wing. Wayne Carlton playing on the left side, number 11. And back on the defense is Rick Smith along with Bobby Orr. Whiten is out there with Ricky Lee on the defense. The Leafs have Ullman, Armstrong, right in front. Armstrong, a shot. Another try. And it's broken up, and Carlton kicks it ahead to Hodge at center. Over for Esposito. Ricky Lee let it go. Henderson picks it up and comes straight down the ice. At center. Over the line. A pass to Ullman over his stick. Bobby Orr breaks away. A long pass for Hodge over the line, and he was hit by Horton. And it's knocked down the ice. Going to be right on the net. The play will go right on. The ice is very fast. So we're looking forward to a real fast hockey game. Rick Smith. He hit Ullman. Ullman has it in the Boston zone. Henderson couldn't get his pass. Ullman tries it again. Shot it into the corner. Bobby Orr around to Wayne Carlton, number 11. He's stopped by Horton as it's dropped right back again. Rick Smith after it for Boston. Trying to pull away from Armstrong. Gets it up for Kenny Hodge. Kenny Hodge wasn't skating. To Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr at center. And he hit Carlton with a shot. Henderson. At center ice. Hodge with him. Hodge comes up with it. Gets it up there, Esposito into the Leafs zone. Ricky Lee grabs him, pulls him down. There's going to be a penalty there to Rick Lee for holding. 1:28 is the time of Ricky Lee's holding penalty. Leafs shorthanded. Esposito out there with Johnny Busick playing on the left wing. Johnny McKenzie. Here's Fred Stanfield, a shot. That's wide. Murray Oliver tips it out to center right. Or is the lone defenseman. Or up to Busick, then to Esposito. Esposito closing in. Gets his shot and missed. Comes back to Orr. Orr shot it over to Stanfield. There's the shot. Stanfield from Orr.
Take a look at that play. Bobby Orr setting it up. Chris Stanfield knocking it down with his hand and letting go of the long slap shot that caught that top right-hand corner. And I think Gamble was screened partially by the defenseman in front of him because it just went over his shoulder into that top right-hand corner. A tremendous shot by Freddie Stanfield.
Red Stanfield at center ice with McKenzie now on the right wing and Busick on the left. Back at the blue line, they have
Dallas number 17,
Stanfield.
Assist number 4, Orr. The time 1:53.
1:53 was the time of Stanfield's goal. The Leafs having trouble in their own zone. Horton into the corner, puts it ahead for Murray Oliver with Keon. Up the center ice, Pickford with him. Back Oliver, he's going in alone. And he was checked at the last moment by Johnny Busick. Busick gets it over to Stanfield center. Over the Leaf line, into the corner. With Pellick, and it bounces into the board. Keon back passed it for Mike Pellick. Then for Oliver, and it deflects all the way to Cheevers. Cheevers up to Johnny McKenzie. A long pass for Busick. At center. Shot by Horton. To Murray Oliver. Oliver cutting in from the left side. Gets his shot away. Cheevers grabs it. And Pickford is given a shot. .17:05 remaining in the first period. It's 1-0 Boston. Jimmy Harrison, number 12, at center ice with Selby and Ellis on the wings. Eddie Westfall out there for Boston. Orion Dallas Smith, along with number 22, Jimmy Lawrence. Here's a chance for Ellis. The shot is wide. Selby into the corner. Dallas Smith is bumped. Comes out in front. Back down the ice is Ori at center. Shot the puck in. Lorentz is playing on the left wing and rebound to Quinn. Selby moves into the pack. The puck goes loose. Out for Selby. Ellis down the right side. The pass for Ellis off the board. Just too far. And Peters came way out to cover up on a nice play. This game is coming to you from Maple.
We played probably 5 or 6 years together with them, and it's after playing, of course, many years with the same players, you get to know each other's.
All set to go now in the Boston zone, the left Achievers. 16:34 remains in the first period. It's 1-0 Boston. Jim McKinney took a whack at the puck. Lorentz shoots the puck into the lead zone, and it's pinned back for it. His pass kept in by Rick Smith. His backhand goes into the corner, and it's pinned back for it. Went up to Selby. And for Ellis, broken up by Lorentz, and also now number 12 coming down is Wayne Cashman. He's over the line, takes his shot at high, and it hit the glass in front of our end zone camera at the south end of the right. There it is. "16 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first period. 1-0 Boston. Stanfield from Orr, with Lee serving a holding penalty. Comes back to Orr. Orr's backhand stopped by Cashman and Lorentz, and it's Henderson. Number 19 to Hellman. Goes back to Horton, over to Ricky Lee. Up to Henderson. He just shoots it in wide of the net. The rebound goes to Cheevers. He gives it to Orr. Around to the boys for Cashman, number 12. Orr goes after it. Brings it down the ice, clear of him. One man back. Orr closing in. A pass to Westfall. And it was offside at the blue line.
Take a look at that pass by Bobby Orr. He was set up there. Jim Lorentz sneaked in on the left side as Orr cut back to the center before he threw it over to McKenzie, but he was in full flight on that shift.
Esposito, number 7 at center. Hodge on the right wing. Carlton on the left. Carlton shooting the puck into the link zone, and back for it is Tim Horton. To Lee. Lee is jammed there by Hodge. Play is called.
And the Bruins bring a lot more forechecking tonight, Bob, as they keep their base battle in their own end.
They seem to be a little better prepared at the start of this period because they, outside of that first little flurry in the 15-second mark, they've had possession of the puck all.
Comes back to Orr from the face-off. Orr gets into the corner, slides right around back of the net to the far side. Horton up to Armstrong. Armstrong's passes for Ullman. Hodge breaks it up to Esposito over the blue line. Trying to go around Lee. Centered it. Carlton took a whack at it. Has it again. And Horton picks it off. A pass for Clancy was broken up by Orr. He just shoots it down the ice. Horton going back for it. Over to Lee. This pass for Ullman. Ullman couldn't hold. Armstrong couldn't contain Bill Spear. Spear gets it up. It's over to Hodge. Over the line, going in with Esposito. Lee takes him to the boards. Hodge still has it. Gets it again and shot it down the ice. Going back for it is Orr. A pass up for Esposito. He's chased back by Fulford, and Esposito goes back in the net. Now he comes out with Orr. Orr up to his own blue line. Up at center ice. Shot the puck in. Carlton and McKinney bumped together. Fulford after it. He's jammed out of the play. Hodge centered it. Comes back to Rory, and he lost it to McKinney. McKinney goes down with Oliver. One man back. They're over the line. McKinney closing in. A pass back for Ullman. He just missed it. Ullman gets his shot to Oliver up front. As he tried to jam it, and it just went easily off his stick and was handled by the defense. Now it's Quinn in his own zone. Straight down the left wing. Ran into Gareth Smith. Play is called. This is Kenny Hodge has a slashing penalty, which he picked up at 6:25, where we are now, 13:35 remaining. First period, 1-0 in the Leafs now. With a man advantage, Walton tipping it for Oliver, picked up by Darrell Smith, and he shot the puck down the ice. Jim McKinney gets it up to Bob Cooper. Straight down the ice he comes with Keon. A long shot off the boards. Keon after the rebound. He had it back in the net. Oliver centers it. Cooper gets it back to McKinney. Over to Mike Walton. The shot. Right in front for Oliver. He missed it. Then McKinney keeps it in. McKinney shoots. Keon shot it back in the net. Oliver after it. Number 11. Trying to get away from Darrell Smith. Picked up by Eddie Westphal. Westphal brings it up for Boston with Johnny McKenzie at center. Play out of the play by Coker, and Keon comes back. Keon at center. Passed it back to McKinney. McKinney waits to Keon. He was checked. Got it shot down the ice by Ory of Boston. 46 seconds left in the penalty to Hodge. 1-0 Boston. Mike Walton over to Ronnie Ellis. Up to Selby. Over the line with Harrison. Shot by Darrell Smith. He shoots it out for McKenzie. And he was hit high by Mike Walton. Play is called, and there's going to be a penalty to Walton. For Kaiser. That evens them all up at 5 aside.
Toronto penalty to number 16, Walton. 2 minutes for charging. Time 8 minutes even.
I think the way John Ashley's calling this game to date, that he might have a little feeling that it could get out of hand, because you take a look at this penalty, and that was quite a questionable charge. I don't think Walton took the strides in that necessitate a penalty. But I really think that Ashley is ruling quite wisely, because it started off as a pretty boisterous type game.
Okay, Bob, we have 12 minutes exactly remaining in the first period. 1-0 Boston. Johnny Busick turns. A pass for Stanfield, broken up by Jimmy Harrison, who's out there with Selby. Harrison. And he hits Stanfield with it. Up to Busick. Busick in over the line. Selby covered him. He centered it out in front, and Mike Pellick has it. Into the corner. Dropped it for Jimmy Harrison. Harrison up at center. Over the line. Took his shot. It was wide. Back of the goal. Comes out in front. Harrison after it again. Centered it. Selby a backhand. Another try. A shot. Orr covers up. And he puts on the puck. And he made 2 great saves. Orr stopped both those shots by Selby right in front of the net.
You know, it's been said around the league that maybe some of the things that Orr doesn't do too well are defensively. But there's a pretty good indication of something he does well defensively. He blocked both those shots and could have got by him. It could have been in the net.
Wilfred out there with Armstrong along with Pellick and Horton. Boston have the odd man advantage. Orr coming straight down the ice and center. Got the puck in wide of the net. Wilfred back for it. Hodge files in there with Carlton. Carlton kicks it loose, and Horton comes up with it, lifts the backhand between Stanfield and Orr. Down into the Boston zone. There's 52 seconds left in the penalty to Walton. Now Esposito, number 7. Carlton over on the left side, number 11. With Hodge, they're over the line. Esposito closing in. Sending it up in front. It comes back to Hodge. Hodge is dumped by Coker, but he pokes it loose to Carlton. Carlton waits. Centers it for Hodge. Back to Orr. Orr gets set. There's the shot, and Gamble stopped that. It's back to the net for Horton. He lifts a high one down the ice again between Stanfield and Orr, and there's 11 seconds left in Walton's penalty. Here's Bobby Orr again. Over for Stanfield. Up to Wayne Cope. Too hard. To Orr, outside as Mike Walton is back on the ice with 9 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first period, and Boston leading Toronto 1-0.
We got a pretty full first intermission tonight. Ward talked to John McKenzie and Britt Selby. The game of the week highlights, which was last Wednesday's Minnesota-Toronto game, and Jack Denton will keep us up to date on the NHL tonight.
And on the out-of-town scoreboard, you see Philadelphia leading Oakland 1-0. Johnson at 2:29.
McKinney to Quinn. Back to McKinney. Up the center. A pass for Ullman over the line to Henderson. He was checked by Eddie Westfall. Ronnie Ellis to Quinn. Back for Henderson. Broken up by Dallas Smith. Over to Don Ory. Ory moves up the center. Shoots the puck in the lead zone, and Gamble stopped it there for McKinney. Around for Ronnie Ellis. Down the right wing, and he couldn't get past center ice. Lawrence for Cashman. Westfall. Quinn picks it up in the lead zone. Pass for Henderson. Broken up by Dallas Smith. There's the shot. A long shot by Cashman. And Gamble got the rebound and smothered it.
Take a look at that shot from the point. Bruce Gamble making the save and very alertly on the rebound, smothering Cashman's post-in shot with the rebound. Two nice shots by Bruce Gamble.
9 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first period.
Play from the end zone, which was revealing a little better.
Well, I was going to say they really weren't.
Lawrence is hooked and knocked down by McKinney. Armstrong trying to get out. He can't. Lawrence has it again for Boston. To Cashman. He was checked by Henderson. Ullman goes down to his own blue line at center. To the Boston line and over. Dallas Smith covers up by going back to the Boston goal. Watched by Ullman. Pulling his way out. Henderson skates him off. Quinn has the loose puck. Shoots it back in again. Dallas Smith. Stopped by Ullman, but Henderson couldn't get near it. Ory for Westfall. Up for Lawrence. He's stopped. Ullman comes back. Skated out by Don Ory. Shot down the ice by Boston. Going over the red line, and that will be icing as soon as Quinn touches it.
Jerry Cheevers and Johnson have been dividing the goaltending chores for Boston. Just about even this year, but Jerry's average is somewhat better than Johnson.
8 minutes and 10 seconds remain in the first period. Dion gets the draw. Oliver back to Hoyton. There's the shot. That's just off the target. Oliver centered it. 50 cents. It hit Bobby Orr's skate within the corner.
Take a look at this play. It was definitely going by the net till it caught the heel of Bobby Orr's skate and deflected just past Jerry Cheevers on the side. We'll see that play coming up right there. Here it is from the end zone. Goes back to the point and right in. I would think Bob Cofer would get credit for that.
Toronto goal scored by number 20, Cofer. Assist, number 11, Oliver, and number 7, Horton. The time, 11:56.
Cofer, 11:56, and then he gets a breakaway cutting in from the right wing. There's the shot. Cheevers stopped that. Here's another one right in front, and Bobby Orr broke that up. Horton intercepted his relay. It comes into Oliver. Oliver centering it for Dion. Horton tries to keep it in, and Johnny Busick goes after it. Busick to Stanfield. Stopped by Horton. Off the boards. Rick Smith goes back for it, number 10. And we have 7:21 remaining in the first period, a 1-1 tie. Bobby Orr. To the loose line over. Closing in. Gets his shot away and he just missed the corner. Rick Smith takes a shot. That's wide. Jusick gets it out in front. Gamble out of position. Jusick tried to set up Stanfield. Ricky Lee in the corner. John Ashley hopped out of the way in time. Lee has it again. And it was passed, was blocked, and it's back to Horton. 6:40 left in the first period. Game really warming up. Rick Smith to Bobby Orr. Orr's pass is off Esposito. Wayne Carroll, a long shot. Gamble handled it easily. And Pat Quinn's back there for it. For Selby, kept in by Dallas Smith of Boston. Back of the net, Kenny Hines for Esposito out in front and hopped over to Mike Walton. Walton going down with Ellis and Selby. Over the line for Ellis. He took a shot wide. Hodge wrapped it but not out. Walton handed right back to Hodge. He hit Selby with it. Brings it out again. Shoots it over the line. And Quinn feeds Ellis. Down the right side for Ellis. Takes the shot. Nice save by Cheevers, who stuck his toe out. Kenny Hodge to Dallas Smith. Off the board for Esposito. He's in the clear. Eagles ready to shoot. Oh, Davis stopped that. As Esposito had him at his mercy. And it's held against the boards, and Esposito just took aim and just failed to get it over.
Here's Darwin Esposito all the way from the blue line with lots of time. And he made the fake to the inside and come back out and gamble with him all the way. And just, I don't think Esposito could get that up as well as he tried to. Gamble got it with his stick, laying flat on the ice.
Boston 1, Toronto 1. 5:33 remains in the first period. Off the boards, Ullman to McKinney back of the net. McKinney flips it but not out. Armstrong gets a hold of it. It's knocked out over the blue line, and Hodge gets it. Fans on getting it back. Ullman for Henderson. He let it go. Quinn moves up to Henderson, who wrapped it into the Boston zone. Cheevers off the board. He hit Armstrong. Armstrong settled it. Quinn keeps it in. There goes the shot. It's wide. McKinney moved up. Ron Murphy had him covered. Armstrong was getting a short by Ory. And that nearly started something as
Don Ory was a little careless with the elbow. He came in there pretty hard on the Chief. Yeah, well, we got a chance. I want to remind everybody across Canada, you and Dick Irvin, Dan Kelly, Ward Cornell, and myself will be bringing them all the exciting action of the All-Star Game from St. Louis on Tuesday, January the 20th. Game time will be 10 o'clock Eastern Standard.
I know, we're all looking forward to doing that. That goes into the corner. That's Dallas Smith after it. Henderson jammed him against the boards. The referee, John Ashley, very quickly blows the whistle. The puck is in the Boston zone. Here, centered up front by Jimmy Harrison. It was all the way to the blue line. Lawrence over for Cashman. Stopped by McKinney for Ullman. And he's checked. Back up the ice for Lawrence. Over the line for Boston. Into the lead zone. Centered it. And it's cleared to Ullman. Henderson trying to break away. Ullman skates down the ice. Over the line to Henderson. Took his shot off Ory's leg. Ullman centered it. Here's King standing right in front. Took his shot and hit away. Player's call is going to be a penalty to Dallas Smith, and this is Hockey Night in Canada from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Yeah, he's going to...
Horton and Walton. Or Westfall, Ory, and McKenzie. Gary Cheevers in goal. Now here's Rick Smith, number 10, coming out to replace Don Ory. Or shot the puck down the ice. Tim Horton's back for it. Up the Pulford. Hit Keon. Keon then to Oliver. They're over the line, closing in. Oliver goes back of the net. Gets it back to Walton. Walton takes his shot. He hit Westfall. Tips it over to Horton. Horton let it go, and Keon picks it up. And Horton helps him out over to Walton. Got the puck in off the board. Orr goes back for it. Around it goes on the grass. Hopped by Horton. There's a race for it. Westfall and Horton gets back first. Horton over to Mike Walton. Rick Smith checked in, and so far the Leafs haven't had a good shot on goal, and there's a minute and 3 seconds left in the penalty. 1-1 tie, first period, 3:10 remaining. Hofer to Horton, up to Pulford. Over the line, there's his shot, right on. Seaver stopped that and decides to hold on. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. 3 minutes remaining in the first period. 48 seconds left in Darryl Smith's penalty. 1-1 tie, first period. Off the boards, Harrison takes Orr into the boards. Here's Selby back of the net. Gets it over here to Walton, and Walton's stick is broken. Knocked up the center. Stanfield goes down the ice. To McKenzie, back for Stanfield, and the shot is off the target. McKenzie losing the puck to Jimmy Harrison. Harrison to Selby, and he missed it. Orr just shoots it out to center, past McKinney, and going back for it. McKinney inside his own blue line. To Mike Walton. A pass over for Ellis. And Selby. They're over the line. Harrison's shot was knocked down by Orr. Orr for Stanfield, broken up by Walton. To Selby, he shot it behind Ellis. And Stanfield gets it. Up for Hodge. Stopped by Mike Walton. Got it over to Ellison, putting in the clear. He sees goal! What a classic play here. Mike Walton feeding that puck through about 2 pair of legs. And Ron Ellis on the turn. That defenseman couldn't get back. Bobby Orr tried to get over, but he shot it through on a short side of Jerry Cheever. And a well-executed pass by Mike Walton and finished off by Ellis. Never say too much about that quick wrist shot, can you, bro?
Ellis. Assist number 16, Walton. The time, 18:07.
18:07, that's the score with the teams at full strength. Toronto Maple Leafs 2, Boston 1. Over the line for Esposito. Esposito is covered. It's right in front of shot by Wayne Carlton, and it's broken up, and Horton brings it back to Armstrong. A pass for Henderson, just barely get in on the wing. Darryl Smith for Hodge. Ricky Lee caught him with a body check. Darryl Smith is over the line, though, for Wayne Carlton. Henderson knocked it back out again. Hodge is going back for it. Hellman after him. Darryl Smith gets it off the boards. Henderson knocks it in outside. 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the first period. There's the score. Toronto 2, Boston 1, 1:17 remaining. Stanfield, Pulford, and Ellis have scored in that order. Stanfield's 14th, Pulford's 9th, and Ronnie Ellis is 19th. Wayne Carlton, number 11 for the Boston Bruins. Back to Don Orey. Over on the wing to Esposito at the blue line. Phil Esposito.
Last minute of play.
Getting it over to Dallas Smith. Off the boards for Kenny Hodge. Just a little too far. Lee catches it first, so it's going to be icing called against the Bruins. With 52 seconds left in a very well-played first period. 4 penalties. Rick Lee, Kenny Hodge, Mike Walton, and Darryl Smith in that order. So they've had 4 penalties, 2 apiece. Keon, Pulford, and Oliver for the Bruins. Westfall, Lawrence, and Cashman. Darryl Smith and Don Orey on the defense. Keon gets the draw. Tried to get a shot away. Centered it. Pulford shot it wide and was given a shove and knocked down. Cashman trying to get out, stopped by McKinney. Back to the Boston net. Hurry back for it. A pass on the right side to Dallas Smith, stopped by McKinney. To Keon with 31 seconds. Keon fakes the shot. After Hurry has fallen down, he faked the shot the first time. Second time, Cheevers made a great save. The puck is back out at center ice as they wrestle for it along the boards. Keon stopped Dallas Smith. Murray Oliver shoots the puck into the Boston zone. There's 7 seconds left. Hurry back for it. Over to Cashman. Cashman to Dallas Smith. A shot. There goes the bell, and the first period is over. Now Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Hockey night in Canada. Toronto 11-10 in the first period. There were 4 penalties. Ricky Lee for holding at 1:28. Hodge for slashing at 6:25. Walton for charging at 8 minutes. And Dallas Smith interference 15:48. Esposito, Carlton, and Hodge for Boston. Ullman, Henderson, and Armstrong for the Leafs. Puck is back to Cheevers. Cheevers to Orr. Around on the boards to Kenny Hodge. Hodge up to Esposito right at center ice. A long shot. Gamble covered it easily. Shot the puck right to Hodge. Hodge is checked by Ullman. Henderson comes down the ice to center. Long shot. Shot by Cheevers. Rick Smith went around after it. Hodge comes up with it in the corner. Long pass at center ice. Stopped by Horton. Off the boards to Esposito. He shoots it back in the Leaf zone as they take turns at shooting it from one end to the other in hopes of putting the pressure on. That one puck was shot over the glass into the box seats. Face-off will be outside the Leaf blue line as Esposito had cleared it into the crowd. Comes back to Bobby Orr, a long shot right on. Horton gets the rebound, got it up for Ullman. Esposito breaks it up. Henderson can't get to it. Hodge shoots it right back into the Leaf zone. Tim Horton is back there for it. Number 7. 2-1 in favor of the Maple Leafs is Ricky Lee. Goes to the corner. Shoots it around on the boards to Horton. Up to Ullman. It's not by him. Bobby Orr has passed Esposito. He goes over the line with Kenny Hodge. Hodge trying to cut in. Henderson checked him. Ricky Lee. Off the boards for Ullman, and it's going down the ice. Over the red line it'll go. We have 18:36 remaining in the second period. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Face-off in the Leaf zone to the left. Eddie Stanfield at center ice, number 17, with Johnny Busick, number 9, and Donnie McKenzie, number 19, over on that right wing, and Dallas Smith and Don Hurry back at the blue line. But Murray Oliver stole the puck out, comes to center ice with Pulford over the line. Oliver was spun around and knocked down. Pulford chased back. McKenny gets it up to Quinn. At center, he flips the puck in. Pulford goes after it. Hurry shot it around on the boards for Busick. Keon after him. Anfield gets it out on the right wing to McKenzie, and he shot it into the Leaf zone, and Jim McKinney's back for it. Around on the boards he goes for Oliver. He's given a jolt by McKenzie. Anfield gets it back. The shot is deflected by Quinn wide. Quinn and McKenzie bump together, and McKinney comes up with it. 4 of them coming to center ice. A pass for Keon. He's trying to get through. He's caught by Orley, and there's going to be a penalty there. And Keon was just getting through the defense when he was. McKinney screen shot. That's deflected into the corner. Pulford centering it. Keon shot it wide. Pulford centers it back, but it went all the way out to center ice, and McKinney has it. Over for Murray Oliver. Back to Mike Walton. He hit Dallas Smith. Anfield handing it to Murray Oliver. Oliver turns. Up for Keon. He's over the line. Took a shot in front. The rebound, Oliver. Oliver misses his shot. McKinney puts it out to Stanfield. Walton trying to get back. Stanfield shoots. And Gamble got a piece of it. Mike Walton. Coming out to center. Gets over the line. Still has it. Back to Murray Oliver. Oliver passes on the Stanfield stick. Stanfield going down the ice again. Horton trying to get back. Grabs him. Knocks him down. And there'll be a penalty to Horton for holding. This is Hockey Night in Canada for Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Tim Horton in the penalty box.
Here's that breakaway by Freddie Stanfield. Tim Horton come down, put the bear hug on him, and it was a very alert play by Stanfield, intercepting that pass by Oliver at the front of blue line, and Horton had no other recourse but to pull him down.
Harrison is out there with Ellis now. The teams are even, 5 aside. Quinn must have thought the police were short-handed because he just shot the puck down the ice. And that's icing. He has 40 seconds left in his penalty, 1:48 in Horton's. 16:22 to go in the second period, and the score is Toronto 2, Boston 1. Cashman, number 12, along with Lawrence, number 22. Ellis and Quinn down the ice together at center. Over the line for Ellis. Ellis into the corner. Taken out of the play. And Steele gets it ahead up to Lawrence. Lawrence's pass to Cashman is going down the ice. Quinn after it. Driven off by Cashman. Lawrence gets the puck. Back pass for Cashman is foul. He centered it out in front. It comes back to Darryl Smith. Shot hit. Harrison, and he races down the ice after it. Carrying it up to the blue line. McKinney covers his check. Ellis shot it over the line, and it's brought back out by Darryl Smith. Orley's back on the ice. Jimmy Harrison now with the puck. Pick handling at center. Goes over the Boston line. Down the boards with McKenzie. Picked off by Orr. Here he comes. Take down the ice. Pass to Esposito. They're over the line. There's 3 of them closing in. Esposito takes a shot. Gamble stop that. And it's right in front. It's right in front. Esposito did everything but put it in the net.
Gamble certainly has Esposito's number here. Here Esposito fakes Rick Lee. Rick waits for him and goes down to block the shot. Esposito pulls it around him and comes blocking out, and Gamble held tight on him. And Esposito had nowhere to go with that puck. He was on the short side. He didn't have enough room to come out in front. And that is the second time that Gamble has stopped Esposito cold when he's been in our room.
15 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the second period. Toronto 2, Boston 1. Boston playing with a man advantage. Ricky Lee shot it down the ice. Running back forward is Orr. He's got Esposito, Stanfield, Busick, and McKenzie. And here they come. Orr leads the attack. Gets it up to Esposito again. Over the line. Fulford gets a hold of it and wrapped it out over the blue line as Lee and Esposito bump together. Orr to Busick. He tried to return it. Busick then shot it behind Bobby Orr, and he didn't expect the pass, and Fulford shoots it out. Horton is back on as a long shot is stopped by Gamble. And Rick Lee getting out to center ice. Over the line. Stops. To Fulford. He shot it wide. A perfect pass from Rick Lee. Armstrong fakes a shot. Lets it go. That's all. Henderson missed the rebound. Orr up to Busick. Stopped by Horton for Henderson. Orr takes it away from him. Busick. For Orr. Orr at center. And he was hit high by Ken. There's a shot, the rebound, and that's knocked into the corner. Henderson fails to get it out. It comes back to Orr again. Bobby Orr gets his shot, knocked out. High stick. As it hit high, but that's one of the hardest fighting kicks we've seen this season. Quinn hitting Orr.
Well, even as much experience as Bobby Orr has picked up, I think he forgot one there that after you make that pass, you don't look to see what a nice play it is, because you've got people like Quinn out there who love to get a good shot at him, and he got a beautiful second there.
Now it's Horton getting it up to Ullman on the right side for Terry Clancy, or he takes him to the boards. Clancy gets the puck loose to Ullman. Centered and hits at the goalpost. It's against the boards in the Boston zone. Play is called. Bit of a shoving match in there in the corner, as you can see, and the picture takes care of itself in that particular case. No damage was done.
Here, you take a look at that forward line that's out there right now. It's Esposito and Hodge and that big number 11, Wayne Carlton. And they're pretty tough to move around that corner because I think all three of them go around 200 pounds.
And from the face-off, it comes back to Horton. His shot hit Wayne Carlton and went into the exit. On the east side. It's Philadelphia now leading 2-0, as you can see in the race from Johnson at 58 seconds of the second period. On the face-off. Off the boards. Out to center ice. Horton for Ullman. Rick Smith broke it up, knocked it over the line for Esposito, and it's Pellick getting it out. Wayne Carlton lost the puck to Ullman. He then took it away from him. Pellick goes back for it. Over to Horton. Up for Ullman. Ullman into the Boston zone. The puck is loose. Harrison out there now. Ullman high-sticking with Ori. And we'll have another face-off. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Maple Leaf.
Not making too much reference to the little scuffle he just had, but this marks a big milestone in Norm's career. This is his 1,000th NHL game, and there aren't too many players who have played that many more.
Penalty to number 26, Ori. 2 minutes for holding. Toronto penalty to number 9, Ullman. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time 7:12.
7:12 is the time of the high-sticking penalty to Ullman and holding to Ori. And I think you've noticed as they go to the boards, there's no love loss now, and I don't think it's going to take too much, Bob, to start something. That's Jim Lawrence, number 22 out there with Wayne Cashman. Quinn. Keon is going to be a penalty here to Lawrence. Up the ice for McKinney. Now the penalty at the bench.
A little highlight there when that whistle was blown. Harry Singen threw a towel about 4 rows back in the red seat.
Jimmy Lawrence gets the hooking call right off the top. Now there'll be an addition. And Ashley pointed to the bench.
I want to hear that
Penalty to number 22, Lawrence. 2 minutes for hooking. Toronto penalty to number 23, Quinn. 2 minutes for high sticking. The time 7:33.
I guess he just gave the warning at the Boston bench. So it's Lawrence and Quinn hooking and high sticking at 7:33. The teams are playing for a side. Horton to Keon. Keon down the road. Over the blue line. Passing it back to Horton in the wall. His stick out to center ice. Horton pass to Keon. Back to Horton. Over to Ricky Lee. To Keon. Keon has it in the Boston zone. Back to Lee over to Horton. Here goes his shot, and that was over the top of the net. That's here. Tried to block it. Now it's Roll in control. Passing it over to Freddie Stanfield, number 17, with 11:37 remaining in the second period. Leafs leading 2-1. Stanfield Hit by Horton, but couldn't get a good shot. He was hit by Lee. Keon back to Rick Lee, number 2. Back to Horton. Up to Keon. Rick Lee goes after Rhythm. They're over the line. Keon centered it. It's foul! It went right between Barbiero's legs and tipped off the skate again.
Well, it is have 2 for 2 tonight. Look at this play. Very innocent play started here by Davey Keon. Going around Bill Spear on the outside and just flipping it over. Here we see it coming now. And being tipped right here, going between Jerry Cheever's legs and into the net. A very unfortunate goal.
Another goal scored by number 2, Lee. Unassisted. The time 8:49.
8:49. Unassisted. And that makes it 3-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's played down to Horton. Horton gets it over to Pellick. Pellick up at center. Back to Horton. Horton to the red line. Over to Ellis. Ellis over the line. Takes his shot. And that was grabbed. On a quick shot by Johnny Ellis. Now it's Esposito, number 7, coming down. Howman and Orier on the ice. Esposito taken out of the play, and Horton has it. Round it comes Ellis. Up to Pellick. He takes his shot. That was knocked down by Jerry Cheever. Now it's Fabior at his own blue line to center. Up over the blue line. Trying to cut around the defense. Went back of the net. Still has it. Knocked it off the boards for Wayne Carlton. Carlton took his shot. That hit hard. Horton goes back for it. The teams are at full strength. And it's cleared by Horton out to center ice. 10:02 remaining in the second period. Over the line, a pass to Esposito, a shot. Campbell stopped that, and Walton feeds it to Ellis. Ellis just cleared it out to center ice. It's played back, and Walton's got a hold of it. Well, right in, he shot wide. Hard shot it up for Esposito, and it's knocked back by Ellis to Horton. Over to Quinn. Long pass for Ellis. He just lets it go. Right over the red line, but not before he got back to catch it. Now it's Wayne Carlton, number 11. Takes down at center for Boston. To the leaf line. Hodge is offside on the right wing. 9:21 remaining in the second period. Toronto Maple Leafs 3, Boston 1.
Well, look at Esposito, who's been stymied by Bruce Gamble tonight. He's a little bit off his record pace of last year, but is in 4th place in the scoring with 44 points.
Armstrong back to McKinney, over to Quinn. Up for Henderson. Penzie knocking it offside. It was a delayed whistle offside. Outside the Leaf blue line. Detroit leading Pittsburgh 2-0 on goals by Unger from Brewer and Stankowski, 154. Nick Ribbett from McGregor and Carlander at 442. Shot. Cheevers had to stop that one. Henderson goes after with Ullman. Ullman trying to dig it out. Play is called underneath Don Horry's skate. 9 minutes exactly remain in the second period. Toronto 3, Boston 1. Red Stanfield kicks the puck out over the blue line. McKinney shot it back in again. Horry goes after with Ullman. Ullman gets it to Armstrong. He's right in front. He tried to pass it to Henderson and broke it up. Boston come back. Disick going over the blue line. It's Stanfield. Disick shoots. Stanfield the rebound. Oh, and Gamble grabs a hold of that one right at the edge of the goal crease.
Look at that play. Johnny Disick holding it and using his right winger as a decoy, coming down to the center, keeping that defense on it. getting a quick wrist shot away that Bruce Gamble stopped. Rebound came out, but the angle was too great, and Gamble made a save on the rebound from Freddie Stanfield.
8 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the second period. He on his trap, Lee. Guys straight down the ice himself to center. Passed it over the line into the corner. Oliver is hit by Dallas Smith. Hooper trying to center it. Still has it. Tried it across the goal mouth. Louis Oliver gets a hold of it. That's the lead. There's his shot, and that's found off the stick.
Jim Dory, the latest of the Leafs injury, standing behind the Leaf bench. I imagine this is just eating him out and knowing that he's going to be a few more weeks on top of this.
Oh, he always came to play, Bob, every time he... On the face-off, here's Cofer waiting, getting his shot. Cheevers handled it. Raviera back of the net. It's a pass down the right side. Lawrence going down over the line, and he is hit high by Ricky Lee. Horton against the boards. To Keon. Keon was sandwiched. Tighten up for Cooper, just lets it go. Rick Smith shot it back in again, and Rick Lee has it over in the corner to Oliver. Back to Lee to Horton. Lawrence tries to take it away from Horton. Horton jams him in on the boards. Cooper gets in there and play is called. 7:23 remaining in the second period. Toronto 3, Boston 1.
Jimmy Lawrence is a pretty strong young fellow. He's a native of Waterloo, Ontario. With Oklahoma City of the Central Pro League last year, he scored 101 points. He was also Rookie of the Year in the same league the previous season, so this young fellow looks like he's going to be a Boston stalwart for many years to come.
Great, Bob. He goes both ways, and he's very rugged. On the face-off, it's Ellis coming out with Selby, the center ice. Selby takes a long shot. Cheevers stopped off. Selby after the rebound. It's still loose. Harrison gets it back to Quinn. A shot. That's wide. Harris back to the net. Into the corner. Gets it back to McKinney. Kenny shoots one. That hit Orr. Kenny's got it again. Into Ellis. Back to McKinney. There's the shot. A high Ellis over the glass again. And I think the spectators back of that Boston goal in this second period particularly will be the target.
That's about the third or fourth one that's cleared that glass and well over.
Six minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the second period. Quinn shoots the puck off the board. Fabior is back there for it. Or back in the net, stops. Trying to pull out. And Selby over on the wing, Esposito. Carlton is way outside. Gets back onside though, as Esposito tries to go all the way. And he was bumped. Cleared by Quinn to the blue line, but not out. Or with a shot goal that was wide. Rick Smith couldn't keep it in. And it's outside at the Maple Leaf blue line. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second period. Toronto 3, Boston 1.
Kenny Hodge last year, he scored 90 points. He's pretty well divided, 45 goals and 45 assists to finish in fifth place in the scoring. But he's off to a little bit of a slow start this year as a result of an appendectomy he had at training camp.
Hellman out there now with Armstrong and Henderson. Horry hit Hellman and goes back to Horton. Horton to lead. That's for Henderson and Hellman. Back to Henderson. Henderson going down alone over the line. Quick shot and shot him high. Armstrong shot it into the corner. It's back in the net. Henderson with it, centered it, but there was nobody there. Hodge. Clearing it up the center ice, went past Murphy all the way down into the Leaf zone over the red line. That'll be icing. 5 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in this, the second period. Toronto 3, Boston 1. On the face-off, it's cleared back in the net. Darryl Smith stopped by Elman, who was given a jolt. Armstrong tries to dig it out. It's against the boards. Comes loose the first time, and finally held long enough to cause a face-off. 5:33 remaining in the second period. At Minnesota, Minnesota leads Los Angeles 1-0 on Grant's goal from Nanny and O'Shea. Chance for Henderson was blocked by the Boston defense, cleared out. Shot back in again by Lee. He hit the referee. Gets up on the board. It's out to center ice, and Lee got it in again. Knocked down with a high stick, so play is called from where it was knocked down. Orey doing the honors. That's linesman Ron Eager, number 24, who will face off the puck. Hutton moves up, takes his shot. It deflects over to Kenny Hodge, and he goes down the right wing at center ice. Hits the Vito with him. A long shot is wide. Armstrong takes it away from the set, gets it up to Ullman. Got it off the board. Henderson raced after it. Ullman took a shot. Orey tips it out to Hodge. And Ullman hook-checked it away from him, but it bounced off Henderson into the lead zone. Ricky Lee. Up to Armstrong at center, and to Ullman. Over the line. Ullman centered it for Henderson. Armstrong went after it. Henderson was knocked down, and McKenzie goes down the right wing. Stops the puck in. Went after him. It's centered out in front. Esposito trying to get it out in front of the net. And it's Armstrong with it. At his own blue line to center ice with Oliver. And he couldn't get it over the line. Fights for it, though, and gets it into the Boston zone. Darryl Smith. Ahead to Johnny Busey. Over to Fred Stanfield on the far wing. Back to Rick Smith. Ahead to Busey again. Stopped by Popper. And it's held against the boards for another face-off. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. McKinney coming up at center. A long shot off the board. Came up front, not back again. Goes out to center ice where it's McKinney to Hooper. Got it into the corner. Orr goes back for it. Shot by Keon around on the boards. Busick gets it out, but Keon gets back quickly to cover up to Hooper. He hit Busick on the shoulder. Kenny then for Keon is outside. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second period. Toronto 3, Boston 1. Keon to Oliver. Oliver shot the puck in. It goes back in the net. Stopped there by Cheevers to Bobby Orr. Orr waits for Stanfield. Back to Orr. Over to Rick Smith. Ahead to Busick, to Stanfield. Stanfield goes over the line, left the puck there, and Cooper comes back with Keon. Over the line for Cooper, the shot. That was stopped by Cheevers. Cooper after the puck with Orr. Got it around to McKenzie. McKenzie then had his pass deflected by Keon back to McKinney. Off the board to Cooper. He was going the wrong way, so he was back in his own zone. To Oliver. Stanfield hit Orr's skate, and it's Rick Smith with it. He's stopped by Popper. And Rick Smith shoots it in the lead zone, and it's Gamble stopping it there for Keon. Around it goes to Murray Oliver. Stopped by Busick. Busick getting stopped. Waited too long. Still has it. Gets his shot. Gamble stopped that, and Keon off the boards to Popper. Pass to Murray Oliver over the line. Took a shot. He hit Orr. It's back out at center. Lawrence getting it over the line. Back to Lawrence. Right in front. And Cashman just failed to put it in. It comes back to Orr. There's the shot. Out of Orr. Bullet shot. Take a look at some hard digging by Wayne Cashman here. He lifts that puck loose behind the Leafs net. Goes right back out to Bobby Orr, standing about 25 feet from that circle. And he unleashes that hard one and put it in on Gamble's short side.
Boston goal scored by number 4, Orr. Assist number 18, Westfall, and number 22, Lawrence. The time, 18:17.
18-17. Orr from Westfall and Lawrence. Perfect shot by Orr, and that's his 12th of the season. Now it's Orr moving up, shooting the puck in. Campbell's back for it to give it to Lee, over for Selby and Harrison, who gets it out over the blue line. Lawrence played it back to Darrell Smith. He shot it into the Leaf zone, and Horton is back there for it. Round it goes for Ellis. That one hit Horton. Cashman trying to center it. Back of the net now for Britt Selby. To Jim Harrison. Britt Rod Ellis. Over the line. Selby was outside.
Period.
1 minute exactly remaining in the second period. Toronto 3, Boston 2. Esposito back to Ori. Back to Esposito. Got the puck knocked down by Lee. Hit Horton. Horton's pass was by Harrison. Goes into the Boston zone. Darrell Smith holds it there, and we'll have another face-off with 44 seconds left in the second period. That's Jimmy Harrison facing Esposito. It's Westfall on the right wing. Cashman on the left. Ori and Darrell Smith at the defense. Harrison, Selby, and Ellis. Lee and Horton. Ori gets the puck to Cashman, stopped by Ron Ellis. Flipped it over to an open wing. 32 seconds remain. Got it back of the net to the corner to Horton. Horton just gets rid of it to center ice. It hopped off the boards, and Ellis really got away. Ellis bumped into Selby, and he went flying. It's back of the net. Cashman trying to center. He goes. And Esposito just can't get a shot. Horton lost to Esposito, coming in front, and he couldn't get a shot. 4 seconds left. It's still in there. Esposito has it. The bell goes. And the second period is over. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada.
Hey, Coach.
2. Stanfield, Pulford, and Ellis in the first period. Stanfield's 14th, Pulford's 9th, and Ellis is 19th. In the second, Ricky Lee got his first, and Bobby Orr's 12th. Boston outshot Toronto in the first period 11-10 and 12-10 in the second. Starting this last period, it's Ullman at center ice, Henderson on the left wing, and Armstrong on the right, Horton and Lee. Esposito, Wayne Carlton, and Kenny Hodge, along with Orr and Rick Smith. And from the faceoff, it's Ullman back to Horton over to Lee. Lee comes straight down at center and shoots the puck into the Boston zone, and it's Orr going back for it. Orr takes his time, shoots it up to Rick Smith with Esposito. A long shot by Rick Smith is wide. Henderson gets the rebound off the boards to Ullman. Ullman over on the far side to Armstrong, back to Ullman. Off his skate, and it comes back at center ice to Hodge. Hodge's pass is nowhere near Carlton. Carlton had to cover up, then shot it in. Horton breaks it up, and he shoots it down the ice. It's going over the red line. Icing will be the call. 19:14 to go in the hockey game. Toronto 3, Boston 2. On the face-off, a shot by Rick Smith, hit Lee. It's in front of the defense. Kenny Hodge turned on his first try, and his second shot, Esposito just couldn't get a direct drive. Henderson's pass for Ullman, broken up by Orr. And Boston is putting on the pressure. Henderson stopped that and brought it back. At center, over the blue line. Well, Ullman, he took a quick shot that was stopped easily by Cheevers and wrapped out by Carlton center ice. A long shot by Henderson, knocked down by Bobby Orr. Orr shoots it back of the net to Rick Smith. Smith shoots it up to Esposito. Still Esposito and Bobby Orr go to center ice. Esposito will check Rick Smith. Over the line, Henderson steps into him, and it's Lee. Guiding over the pass to Henderson. Ullman is loose. The pass is over the line outside as Ullman was well in over the blue line in advance of the pass. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Stanfield, McKenzie, and Busick now for Boston, along with Dallas Smith and Don Orey. Keon, Fulford, and Oliver as the puck is shot into the Leaf zone. And it's Quinn. Pass over for Fulford. Goes down the ice to center. Orey to Dallas Smith. Stopped by Keon. Keon lost it. McKenzie gets it over to Orey. Orey moves up for Boston to center. Long shot right in the net. Murray Oliver then for Keon as it's tipped down the ice. Orey gets back. Tipped it to the blue line, but not out. Murray Oliver moves in. Pass to Keon. Keon trying to center it. Back of the net. Centered it. Fulford was given a shot. Quinn lets one go. Play is called, and there's going to be a penalty here for pushing Fulford. McKenzie. This is happening out in Canada for Maple Leaf guys. Johnny McKenzie in the penalty box for cross-checking at 2:31. The Leafs are the odd man, leading 3-2 in the hockey game. We're in the last period. That's Murray Oliver with the puck to Keon. Back for Oliver into the corners. Oliver digs it out. Still has it. Back to Walton. Walton takes his shot. Missed the target. Fulford flips it back to Oliver again. Right in front for Keon, and it's sent by him out to center ice. McKinney to Mike Walton. Back to McKinney. With Keon over the line. For Keon, McKinney had it in a skate. Still has it. Gets it over to Fulford. Fulford right in front of center. Scores! Keon! Van Fulford.
A nice play, very alert thinking by Bob Fulford. Instead of shooting that puck, he just passed it to Keon. Keon steered it between Cheever's legs. Puts the Leafs ahead by 2, but a very alert play by Bob Fulford.
And Rob, we're seeing more and more goals scored from that far out. That seems to be the key, as you've mentioned.
Really, a goaltender doesn't have
Ronald goal scored by number 14, Keon. Assist number 20, Fulford, and number 18, McKinney. The time, 3:12.
3:12 is the time of Keon's goal from Fulford and McKinney. The puck goes into the Leaf zone now as Boston trail 4-2. 16:34 remaining in the game. The puck is in the corner. Cashman lets it go. Comes out to the blue line and out. Selby after it. For Jim Harrison into the Boston zone or after it. Play is called for icing as Selby had shot it from his own side of the center red line. Toronto 4, Boston 2 for Dave Keon. That's his 15th goal of the year. Janet Daly, number 14, is out on the left wing now with Moretz at center ice and Cashman on the right. Westfall is given a well-deserved rest. Goes back to Lee. Lee back of the net for the Leafs. Waits. Shot it up to Harrison. Harrison is checked. Horton goes after it. Cashman beats him to it to Bailey. Bailey gets his shot away. It's batted by Dick Selby down the ice. And it's Rick Smith to Bobby Orr. Back to Rick Smith. Rick Smith up over his own blue line at center ice. Over here on the wing to Lawrence. He shoots the puck into the Leaf zone. Gamble out of the net. Lee shoots it around for Ellis, who shot it out over the blue line. Harrison goes after Orr, but Orr just wraps it right back in again. Bruins forechecking. Lawrence centers the puck. Here's Orr getting a chance. Lets his shot go. Hits Selby. Gets it again in front, and Bailey's shot wide. Goes to the corner. Trying to center it. Barton comes up with it. Up to Harrison. He lets it go as he would have been offside. Rick Smith shot it, knocked down by Lee, and he shoots it out again. Toronto leading 4-2 as Lee is replaced by Quinn. Armstrong nearly stole the puck from Horry. Horry gets it again for Boston. Up on the left side for Bailey. Bailey shoots it in the Leaf zone, and the Bruins are changing on the go. Quinn off the boards for Henderson, and he just knocked it down the ice at the last second. Horry will go back to touch it, and that is icing called against the Maple Leafs. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Dave Keon is...
Esposito, number 7 at center ice. Carlton on the left wing, Hodge on the right. Quinn brings the puck out. A pass for Henderson. Ullman then sets up Armstrong. He's going in with Henderson. Armstrong going in alone. Takes his shot. Another shot by Ullman. Was stopped by Chevers. And Armstrong gets it again. Takes his shot. Chevers holds on to it. And boy, is he saying something with it through the pistol.
Well, that was quite a clever move by George Armstrong, and he just maintained possession of that puck and kept faking a shot, and finally he got over so far he was on his backhand, and Rick Smith made the save on it.
Toronto 4, Boston 2, 14:28 remaining in this hockey game. Esposito's pass stopped by Quinn. Quinn over for Ullman, over the line, and went by his stick. McKinney takes it back at center, flips it to Armstrong. Over the line with Henderson. Henderson was offside, and Henderson and Ullman collided. L.A. leading Minnesota 3-1. War from Peters at 18:05. Detroit has a 4-0 lead. Nick Ribbett has scored again from McGregor at 18:31 of the second period. Moore leaves the puck there for Fred Stanfield. Stanfield pulls away from Pulford. Up the center to the Leaf line. Tries to go through. He does. He shoots. Oh, he missed it open net on a beautiful play by Fred Stanfield. He went all the way. McKenzie's check. Lee brings it back with Keon. It takes the pass. There's Keon cutting in. He shoots. And a nice save by Cheevers on the short side. McKenzie. And Lee just got a piece of the puck at the last second, crossed the red line and shot it in. Ricky Lee leaves the ice along with Horton, McKinney, and Quinn are back out there. Oliver nearly stole the puck in the Boston zone. 13-15 wraps. A pass for Stanfield, broken up by Quinn. Quinn at center with Fulford on his right, a long shot. The rebound for Busey. Off the board. Oliver poking it to Fulford. For Keon, he tried to touch it back as he fell. Down the ice goes Busey. Missed a check from Quinn. Quinn shot it down the ice between Fulford and Oliver. It's going to the red line and over. And that will be icing.
It's been a memorable week for Johnny Busick. He just joined a very select circle of hockey players who have scored 300 goals, and I understand he brought his stick with him to Toronto to give to the Hockey Hall of Fame. But as they say, it's a memorable week for John.
Well, certainly will be well received by the Hockey Hall of Fame, and he's certainly been a great left winger. Quinn gets the pass up to Selby. It goes out to center ice. 12:35 remaining in this hockey game. Rory passed to Cashman. Cashman passed with a wrench to Westfall. Quinn covered him. Cashman goes back to the net. Ellis keeps him off. Mike Walton then shoots it to the blue line, but not out. And Lawrence shot it out, and Vic Selby gets the puck over the line. Goes after it. Ends up in the corner. Selby is back of the net. Goes down the ice. Quinn will touch it icing this time against the Bruins with 11:59 to go in the game. 4-2 Maple Leafs. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Westfall taking this face-off. Walton got the draw. Selby turns. Got it to the boards. Selby gets it back to Quinn. Quinn's weak shot. Walton goes after it. Trying to center it. He did. Stopped by Ori. Ori feeds Cashman. Cashman up at center. To the Leaf line. Quinn took it off him and shot it back down the ice. That's going over the red line, and that'll be icing again. And the Leafs are not taking too many chances now, Buck.
Well, they're playing a little close, and this may not be the proper way to play it because, you know, your strongest defense is play at another team's end. But I might add, and further to Johnny Busick scoring the center goals, what makes it another more memorable week for him is he was selected to the left wing on the first half of the All-Star team for the Eastern Division.
Real fine choice. Lickley back there for it. Number 2. Ahead to Ullman. Ullman's pass for Armstrong went by him. Rick Smith has the cover. He hands it to Ullman. Ullman took his shot, and that was stopped by Wayne Carlton. Carlton lifted ahead to Kenny Hodge at center ice. Esposito's over the blue line. Closing in a pass, and Carlton gets there with a deflected. It shot all the way back out to center ice. And Gamble came up for another big save. Gamble let that one go. Hodge moves in. Lee bumped into Orr. Kept in. Hodge in the corner. Centered it all the way out over the blue line again. Rick Smith goes back. To Orr. Bobby Orr straight up at center. Over the line. Got the puck around back to the net. It comes around here to Henderson. Tapped by Rick Smith. Quinn shoots it to the blue line and out, and it's going back into the Boston zone where Bobby Orr has it. Orr. To Esposito. Up at center. Over the blue line. Stick handling beautifully to Hodge. He shoots. Oh, and Campbell made the save on Hodge. That's for Ullman at center. Reyes Carlo was selected by a glove, and we'll have a face-off.
Well, here's Bruce Gamble at his brilliant best with Phil Esposito setting Kenny Hodge in the clear. Hodge getting a good piece of the puck. Bruce Gamble coming out and stopping that dead center. And this is what you say has been 3 or 4 key saves that Gamble has made.
And like they say, you can't win without good goalkeeping.
They've been getting it tonight.
4-2 is the score for the Maple Leafs with 10 minutes exactly remaining in the hockey game as Keon now gets a break. He's over the blue line. His shot and the blade of his stick is just about one in the net where Ori put it in there. Keon getting a new stick. Then he shot the puck into the Boston zone. Johnny Busick getting it up to McKenzie, straight down the ice. Gets around Quinn. Took a backhand that Gamble stopped, and McKinney has it. To Keon. Keon up at center. Over to Pulford. He's over the line. Pulford shot into an open wing. Keon is there, and he wrapped it right back to center. Lee shoots the puck in. Now it's Dallas Smith. Straight up the ice for Boston. To the Leaf line. And over. Stopped by Henderson. Selby gets down the left wing with Ellis. One man back. They're going in together. Selby going right in. A pass for Ellis. He shoots. Oh, it's right on the goal line. And the red light did not go on. That was right along the goal line. Play is going right on. Harton to Selby again to Ron Ellis. At center. He breaks over the line, shoots, and at the stop. After it again, Harrison centers it. And it's Laurent coming back for Boston. And he's hit high by Ricky Lee, who taps it out for Harrison. Harrison shoots the puck down the ice, and it's Orr back for him as they open up. 8:18 left in the game. Orr straight down the ice. Over the line, stopped by Horton. Up, and it's in front. Lee covers up, and the play is called.
Hey.
Alman back to Horton. Off the boards for Armstrong. Stopped by Bailey, and then Ullman gets it again. Going down with Henderson at center. He takes a foot shot into the corner. The rebound off the boards to Bobby Orr. Back of the net over on this side. Two cash. Gets away from Ullman to center ice. To the relief blue line. Trying to go around Horton. Horton took him in to the corner. Armstrong went under Horton's stick. Up to Henderson. And he shot it out to center ice. Hits net. To Bailey. That pass when it was offside. 7:31 remaining in the game. Toronto 4, Boston 2. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Chicago 1, St. Louis nothing. Stan Mikita scoring from Coro at 12:05. First period. Paul Stipe will do it again as they held the puck against the boards. Puck is dropped. It goes back to Ori. Ori shot the puck in back of the Leaf net. Gamble out there to get it to Quinn. Quinn is covered by Esposito. He decides not to go anywhere, and he just holds it there. Abney has scored now from Matusi and Ingerfield for Oakland, so Philadelphia's lead is now 2-1. 19:21 in the second period. Now Smith's shot ends up in the corner. McKinney gets it up to Armstrong. Tried to set up Ullman. Now it's McKinney again over to Quinn. Quinn comes out over the blue line to center. Knocked into the Boston zone. Kenny Hodge shoots it up to Esposito. Esposito out over the blue line to center. A pass to Dallas Smith over the line. Knocked down. Henderson gets it out to Armstrong. A pass ahead for Ullman. Ullman takes his shot, and that was stopped by Chevers. It's back in the net. Right foot Armstrong. He shoots. Ullman takes the shot. Oh, and Chevers has got that. Armstrong was driven into the Boston goal. And that's where the play ends, of course. But Armstrong was set up in front by Ullman, and Chevers came up with it.
Chevers made two very good saves on that same play. Both from Armstrong, and then Armstrong was driven into him by one of the Boston players after, and Jerry took a little bit of an exception to it.
6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, though I do think that even though he gave Armstrong a whack on the head, he helped protect the other part of his head against the post.
Chevers is the kind of a goalkeeper doesn't like to see anybody around that crease at all.
McKenzie back to Orr. He's back to that Boston goal. Pass ahead to Stanfield. Stanfield to his own blue line. Stay up at center. Takes a long shot. Gamble had it. Missed the net. Then to his legs and out the other side. Would have been a fancy work by Mr. Gamble. And it's Keon into Oliver. Oliver takes down at center for Keon on the left side. Tried to center it and shot it back in the net. Rick Smith then up for Busick, too hard, and Horton gets it ahead to Keon again. Keon shoots the puck in. Back for it Orr. Round on the boards with 5:48 left to Johnny McKenzie. To Busick. Back for McKenzie. Stopped by Lee to Oliver. And McKenzie is checked by Oliver again, who shoots the puck in. Orr goes back for it. 5:32 remaining in the game as McKenzie comes out on the right side, way over to Busick. Busick over the line, and his pass to McKenzie was behind him. Selby then back in the net. Missed the check from Busick. Straight up at center for Jimmy Harrison. And he was checked by Orr. Up to Westfall. To Busick, over the line, back to Westfall. Broken up by Quinn to Harrison. With Ellis. Harris trying to get a shot away. He does. And Cheevers caught it and held it long enough for a face-off.
I thought Cheevers was going to make one of those Gary Smith rushes up to center ice there until he blew the whistle. He was well on his way.
He was halfway to the blue line. Quite a bit of speed for Mr. Cheevers.
Toronto 4, Boston 2 with 4:52 left in the hockey game. Harrison gets that important face-off. McKinney just wrapped it around and the linesman got it. Cashman is checked by Selby. For Jimmy Harrison in the Boston zone. He centered it right in front. Cheevers deflecting it over to the wing. Ellis kicked it back into the corner. Selby centered it out in front. Cashman to the blue line, but not out. McKinney is checked. Westfall couldn't reach it. Up the ice comes Bailey over the line outside with Cashman, number 12. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Introducing the new
Horton up to Ullman. For Henderson offside at the blue line.
Well, we get a chance, Bill. Just another reminder to all the folks watching tonight not to forget the All-Star game from St. Louis on Tuesday, January the 20th.
Ullman has the puck in the Boston zone. Bailey checked him over and gets the puck handed to him. Took his shot and it was stopped by Ori. Henderson centering it. Henderson after it. Took a whack at it. Here's Ullman again with a backhand. And that was stopped by Cheevers. Ullman to Armstrong. Centering it again. Darryl Smith can't get it out. Cleared off the boards for Cashman to Westfall. For Bailey on the left wing. Bailey centered it. Horton off the boards for Ullman. Gets it out to Henderson, one man back. Henderson down the ice. Trying to cut in, got his backhand away, and it was wide. Cashman, checked by Ullman. Back to Lee. Took his shot, wide. Cheevers shot it into the corner with 3:28 left. Up to Cashman, at center. There's Westfall catching up on the right wing. There's the shot, and it turned off the post. And went up into the crowd, and then ended up down below.
Rick Lee is making his first appearance back on the Leaf defense after having missed the past 27 games with a bad knee, injured in Oakland November the 4th. And this is the second time he's had a bad injury out of Oakland. I would imagine he'd just as soon miss those trips.
He's going to stay home.
Esposito with Carlton and Hodge. Orr and Rick Smith. Keon gets the draw back to Quinn. McKinney for Pickford, and Keon tried to break away. Esposito fighting for it, but Pickford ahead for Keon. Oliver loose on the left wing over the line. Takes his shot, broke his stick in half. On a broken stick tonight, 2:53 remaining in the game. Rick Smith to center. He takes a long shot. Him will stop that. Pickford lost possession of it. Lee Carlton. Back for Orr. He wrapped it in back in the net again to Hodge. He settled it out in front. They're kept in by Boston. Carlton. Over for Hodge. He shoots his goal.
Well, a little bit of a let-up here. Wayne Carlton holding that puck. Spots Hodge wide open with nobody near him. There's two Toronto defensemen covering Esposito. Hodge has all the time in the world, and he threw it up over Gamble's right shoulder. And this is going to make it a pretty tight finish, Bill.
That's for sure.
Boston a goal scored by number 8, Hart. Assist, number 11, Carlton, and number 4, Orr. The time, 17:32.
17:32, Hodge from Carlton and Orr. It's Toronto 4, Boston 3. Here they come again. Rich Smith shooting into the lead zone. Harris around for Selby. Selby in the corner. There has it. Shot it back to the net. Houston trying to get it out in front. And it's paid by the Leafs down the ice for 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. Rich Smith is after it. Harrison after him, but Orr strikes down the right man out of center. Fat and Hoyton flips it back into the Boston zone again with 1:46 left. Rick Smith over to Johnny McKenzie. A pass brought up to center ice by Stanfield. To the Leaf line, stopped by Hoyton. Hoyton just flicks it to the right wing. Javier, a long pass for McKenzie. McKenzie over on the wing. Henderson after Rory. It's taken by Stanfield for McKenzie. Into the Leaf zone. Shot it back out over the blue line with 1:16 left. To Babior. Long shot offside with McKenzie. 1 minute and 12 seconds left. Toronto 4, Boston 3.
See, Jerry Chi was over at the bench. I guess he's getting his instructions from Harry Sinan, and if this puck gets into that Toronto end any time, I would imagine we could see him leave the ice and give the Boston team an extra forward out there.
Right, Bob, and Orr's over getting a new stick, and referee John Ashley is making sure that that's exactly what's going on. Otherwise, you can get a bench penalty for.
Well, they call that delaying the game, but they've given him another one. I wonder if there's as much magic in this one as there has been in the others.
On the face-off, Orr moves the puck up into the Leaf zone. Hutton back for it, puts it off the boards to Henderson. Henderson gets it out to Armstrong. Armstrong down the right wing over the blue line.
Last minute of play in the game.
Deflects into the corner. Babior has it. Trying to get away. Shot it over for Esposito. He stopped. Against the boards, Elman picks it up for 48 seconds. Keeps it in the Boston zone. Wasting time. Carlton tries to dig it out. Hard is checked. It's cleared up there to Wayne Carlton. Too high. Outside. 31 seconds left. Jerry Cheever's got to the bench, but that's as far as he got.
I would imagine he'll make that a game, Bill, if that puck gets into the Toronto zone.
Toronto 4, Boston 3. 31 seconds remaining.
I just noticed Orr going back and getting a stick, so, you know, he may have taken that stick and not wanted it with Ashley standing there watching him and keeping away from minor penalties.
Goes back to Stanfield, over to Orr. His shot hits Quinn with 27 seconds. Quinn to Keogh. Picked up by Selby. Selby gets it all over the blue line. The net is empty. Houston brings it back in again. Pusher gets a hold of it. Got it off the board. Down the ice to the Boston blue line. In it goes. 7 seconds. Keogh took a shot at the empty net and missed. 1 second left. There goes the bell. The game is over. In just a moment. Our 3 seconds. Second star, Ron Ellis. The third star, Bobby Orr.
Well, Foster, that was certainly one of the most entertaining hockey games we've had in the Gardens for a while.
The NHL, it's always good in the NHL when the so-called weaker teams jump up and play some great hockey.
Not a lot of sleep last night, to say the least, and it was good to come out and get the win.
I've said to you before, one of the strengths we've have on our team is some balance.
Get it from the team, only on Leafs